Hello and welcome back to another episode of COUG ZONE. I'm your host, Emma Underwood.
And I am your co-host, Rachel Turcotte. The fall season is upon us, and with it, a ton of Cougar sports to recap. Record-setting golf performances, amazing defensive soccer, and some exhilarating football matchups highlight this special episode.
Plus, we have a huge update on the state of the Pac-12. Brace yourself for some exhilarating athletic action. Plus, a fun Cable 8 teaser, and to wrap things up, a Cougar Outlook on your sports to come. All that and so much more.
Right here, only on COUG ZONE.
At midnight on September 21st, Apple Watches on the wrist of Coug fans were alleging workouts being completed. But truthfully, those were just increased heart rates from the back and forth shootout between the WSU Cougars and San Jose Trojans that started at 8 p.m. the night before. WSU's John Mateer and SJSU's Emmett Brown, both from the 2023 Wazoo QB room, battled in the thrilling game. WSU led 24-17 at halftime, but San Jose State scored 21 unanswered points in the third quarter, taking a 2-possession lead. With 13 minutes left, Kyle Williams caught a 13-yard pass, and 6 minutes later, Josh Meredith pulled a 36-yarder, making it 38-37. Dean Janikowski, who had already hit 4 extra points in a 36-yard field goal, missed the critical one.
Despite the miss, WSU took the lead with a 1-yard touchdown run by Dylan Payne. However, Emmett Brown found his receiver in the end zone on 4th down with under 30 seconds left, putting San Jose State up by 3. WSU had one final drive and fought their way within long field goal range. Having missed 3 of his last attempts, Janikowski drilled a 52-yard field goal as time expired, sending the game into overtime. Both teams traded interceptions and touchdowns, but WSU succeeded on their 2-point conversion, and Quinn Roth's strip sack sealed the win, improving the Cougs to 4-0.
Riding high, WSU confidently took on the number 25 ranked Boise State Broncos on their turf. Heisman contender Ashton Jeanty set the tone with a 64-yard opening touchdown, and the Cougs struggled all night to contain the star running back. Jeanty's remarkable performance included 259 yards and 4 touchdowns on 26 carries, handing WSU their first loss of the season with a final score of 45-24. Despite the loss, WSU had highlights. Tyson Durant's diving interception and Mateer's 300-plus passing yards and 52 yards rush in the opening quarter made it seem like another shootout. Now 4-1, WSU will aim to avoid last year's 5-7 collapse after a similar strong start.
Big news in the Pac-12. Conference realignment has shifted in the Pac's favor. Utah State, San Diego State, Fresno State, Colorado State, and Boise State will join the Pac-12 starting in 2026, making a significant move from the Mountain West Conference. The move didn't come without drama. The Mountain West used exit fees from the Pac-12's acquisition of the 5 new schools to incentivize its 6 full-time teams to stay, leading to a lawsuit from the Pac. Tensions escalated as UNLV went from on the brink of joining the Pac to being sued by them within a week.
Both conferences remain under the 8-team threshold and remain weak compared to the college football power conferences. Changes are still coming to the Mountain West, and Pac-12 continue to recruit new schools to hopefully gain back relevancy. But until then, you can count on us to give you new updates on this conference realignment.
Washington State volleyball began play in the West Coast Conference on Thursday when they traveled to Santa Clara to take on the Broncos. The Cougs dominated the first set 25-12 and led 11-10 to start the second set. However, Santa Clara made things close, going on a 12-1 run to claim set 2. Washington State came back to win set 3 25-19 and closed things out by winning set 4 25-21. The Cougs hit a season-best .313 against the Broncos, led by Sage Brewstead, who totaled 19.
The Cougars return home on Saturday to face the University of San Diego Toreros. Once again, WSU won set 1, 3, and 4, claiming a victory against USD. Freshman Brecken Scheck led the way with a career-best 12 kills and 4 blocks, hitting an outstanding 62.5% rate. Katie Ryan and Brewstad both reached the double digits in kills, and the Cougars advanced to 2-0 in league play. The Cougars next host Portland on Thursday, October 3rd at 7 p.m. right here in Pullman, and then host Pepperdine on Sunday, October 6th at 1 p.m. So make sure you come out to support the first place Cougs.
The men's golf team made a trip to Ontario for the Canadian College Invitational Open at Ovenbird Golf Club. Among the 10 teams that participated in the 3-round tournament from September 16th to the 17th, the Cougs secured the 7th spot. The team had a slow start in round 1, finishing 7 over par. Round 2 wasn't much better, with a 6 over par finish, placing WSU in last place for the final round. However, the Cougs showed their resilience in round 3 with a significant improvement in their performance, largely thanks to an outstanding performance by redshirt sophomore Ben Borghita. Borghita delivered a remarkable performance in round 3, scoring a stellar 66 and finishing the tournament tied for the 5th best individual score. His achievement shone brightly amidst the tough competition, providing a much-needed silver lining from a challenging tournament.
The WSU women's golf team visited Colorado State for the Ptarmigan Ram Classic tournament. Although the Cougs finished last in the 3-round tournament from September 23rd to the 24th, sophomore Alice Johansson's performance highlighted the team's promising future. After winning the Betty Lou Evans Invitational earlier in September, Johansson dominated the competition in Colorado. Alice finished at 11 under par, tied with Abigail Layton of UC Davis for the individual win. Johansson twirled a 65 in round 2, a WSU school record. The previous mark of 66 was set by the legendary Kim Welch during the 2005 season.
Now we have a very special showcase of Cable 8's latest news show. Cougar News is a mock newscast chock full of talented female reporters, and they have prepared a teaser just for you. Check it out.
Hi COUG ZONE, I'm Cassidy Collins of Cougar News. Our goal with Cougar News is to mentor up-and-coming college freshmen and sophomores to become the great broadcasters that WSU is known to produce. We want to get them in front of the camera before they're juniors and seniors and really get them some on-camera experience. My role as the producer is to mentor them and to lead meetings every Tuesday and do things all the way from video editing to how to do hair and makeup. I'm really excited for this adventure. Our first episode comes out this coming week, so make sure you stay tuned for that episode to see WSU's best and brightest.
Thanks, ladies. That was great. Be sure to check out the Cable 8 YouTube channel for new episodes of Cougar News.
The Cougs soccer team traveled to Utah to face off against number 7 ranked Utah State on September 19th. Great defense led to a goose egg on the scoreboard for both teams. The Cougs managed to shut out the then 8-0 Aggies for the first time this season. Goalie Nadia Cooper was to thank for the defensive masterclass as her 5 saves rescued the Cougs from dipping below .500.
After a stalemate in Utah, the Cougs came home to play the San Diego Toreros for their inaugural Mountain West matchup. WSU built on their positive momentum by pitching another shutout and besting San Diego 1-0. Freshman Kendall Campbell found the net right before the half, and the Cougs' stingy backline did not need any more help. Campbell's second goal of the season tied Jenna Stutter as the leading scorer for Wazoo.
The WSU swimming team competed in the Crimson and Gray inter-squad meet at the Gib Pool on September 27th. The Gray team came out on top against Crimson with a 241-186 victory in the 11-event meet. Juniors Dory Hathazi and Emily Lundgren led the Gray team with 30 points each. Freshman Darcy Revitt added an impressive 26 points. On the Crimson team, sophomore Ariel Wang and senior Emma Wright had 25 and 24 points respectively. Hathazi and Lundgren won 3 races, while Revitt came out with a couple of wins in the sprinting events. After some friendly competition to get swimmers started, the Cougs are ready to put their skills to the test as they will open the next season next weekend on October 4th at the Fresno State Invite.
WSU tennis took on the ITA Women's All-American Championships in Cary, North Carolina from September 21st to 24th. Junior Eva Alvarez-Sondi showed out for the Cougs. Sondi finished 3-0 in her solo pre-qualifying matches, earning a trip to the qualifying round on day 3 of the tournament. Sandy found herself facing off against Texas's Ashton Bauer and dropped both sets, getting outscored 12-5 in the match. Sandy would win a consolation match on the last day of the tournament over Texas A&M's Jeanette Morales.
Sandy and her doubles teammate, redshirt junior Maxine Murphy, had just 3 days rest until they headed to Wisconsin for the Milwaukee Tennis Classic from September 27th to the 29th. In singles, Sandy started with 2 dominant match wins to start the weekend, but fell short in her quarterfinal match. Murphy started strong with a win in her first match, but ultimately fell short in her second match on Saturday. In doubles, the Cougs worked together to advance to the semifinals, where they fell short after finding themselves in a hole against Oklahoma.
Before we sign off on this episode of COUG ZONE, let's send it over to our WSN correspondent, Ava Maxwell, for an outlook on Cougar sports to come.
What up, Cougs? My name is Ava Maxwell, and this is your Cougar Sports Outlook for the first half of October. Let's start with the football. The Cougs, after a tough loss in Boise, are headed down to California to take on the 3-2 Fresno State Bulldogs on Saturday, October 12th. The time for that game is 4 p.m., so stay tuned to watch your Cougs try for a bounce-back win. Next, let's check on soccer. The Cougs have 4 games filling their slate for the next few weeks. The Cougs will be in the City of Angels to take on LMU at Sullivan Field on October 5th at 7 p.m. Wazoo will head back for a short homestand and take on St. Mary's on Wednesday, October 9th, and Portland on Saturday, October 12th. Both games will be at 7 p.m. on the lower soccer field. Finally, the Cougs will make a short trip to Spokane to face off against Gonzaga. That game will be on Saturday, October 19th at 6 p.m. on Luger Field. Golf time. The men will be going to Corvallis for Oregon State Invitational, that 2-day tournament starting Monday, October 7th and ends Tuesday, October 8th. WSU doesn't have much of a break before they dive right into the Visit Stockton Pacific Invitational on Monday, October 14th. That 3-day tournament will end on Wednesday, October 16th. The swimming team has a busy month to kick their season off. The Cougs open their year in California for the Fresno State Invite. The 2-day meet starts Friday, October 4th and wraps up Saturday, October 5th. Wazoo comes home to Gib-Pool on Friday, October 11th to face off against Northern Colorado at 5 p.m. Finally, the Cougs will go on a road trip to Colorado, where they will face Colorado State on Friday, October 18th, and the University of Denver on Saturday, October 19th. Cross country is headed to Indiana for the Notre Dame Invitational on Friday, October 4th. Tennis is also doing some serious traveling in October. They'll start in Seattle for the UW Hidden Duels from Friday, October 4th to Sunday, October 6th. Then the Cougs are headed to Berkeley, California for the ITA Northwest Regionals from October 11th to the 15th. Finally, let's check on volleyball. Wazoo will host Pepperdine in Bowler Gym on Sunday, October 6th at 1 p.m. The Cougs are then taking a quick trip to California to play the University of the Pacific on October 10th and St. Mary's on the 12th. After returning home from the Golden State, WSU will host Oregon State in Bowler Gym on Thursday, October 17th at 7 p.m. Well, Cougs, that's all I have for you today. Back to the desk with Emma and Rachel.
Thanks, Ava, and thank you for watching. Want more WSN content? Follow us on all of our social media at Wazoo Sports Network on Instagram and TikTok at Wazoo Sportsnet on X.
Also, make sure to like and subscribe to Cable 8 Productions on YouTube for more amazing content, like an upcoming episode of Cougar News and all of the other great Cable 8 content.
And our merch store is live. Click the link on our Instagram bio to see all the WSN swag available for purchase. Once again, I'm Emma Underwood.
And I'm Rachel Turcotte. It was our delight to be your host today, and we'll catch you next time.
Right here, only on
COUG ZONE.